With me is Brian Mimbiole. You are the Callaway rep, and you go all over southeastern Michigan. It's a great gig. You've had it a long time.
I'm in year 29, Roy, and had the good fortune of representing Callaway Golf in this territory, which is my hometown, for a long time. Great company, and quite spoiled to do so.
Now, the one thing about Callaway is that you have some phenomenal products, and just like cars have a new model every year, so does Callaway, and that's kind of what we're going to learn about today. Before we get into the product specifically, why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit about Callaway and what makes you guys such an awesome golf manufacturer and one of the leaders in this industry?
We're clearly research and development driven. We spend lots of money, millions and millions of dollars to develop new and innovative product. Our goal is to make the game more fun, more enjoyable, and easier to play, which, based on some of the restrictions that are put upon us, that's often a challenge. So to work within the boundaries of the rules and create product that's good for you, good for tour players, good for starting players, is a really big challenge and something that our company embraces fully. So Mr. Callaway was all about making the game more fun, making the game more enjoyable, and the commitment of our current team to do exactly that is very much in place, and we had our biggest year in our history last year. So I've been able to see the full curve since 1991, and I can tell you Callaway's in a position now that's better than ever.
Now, what is, I guess maybe I'll turn this into a short interview before a product demonstration. As far as how has a game of golf changed? And I bought my last set of clubs like 5 years ago, and I understand that those clubs are almost ready for a museum.
Well, it's interesting to see how effective applications of research and development go into golf equipment. The changing of materials, going from stainless steel to titanium, now to multi-materials with our use of carbon fiber, etc. What's truly unique for us this year in the driver is we're utilizing artificial intelligence to design the face of the golf club. So where you had supposed limitations in what materials can do, we know as technology is vastly improving in other areas where artificial intelligence is in use. The supercomputer that we invested in allowed us to utilize that technology to maximize the ball speed on the face, not just for the highest swing speed players, but for the rest of us mere mortals. So I can tell you there has been a significant change in equipment over the past 3, 4, 5 years that I wouldn't say has obsoleted what you have, but I can definitely tell you the performance of what we have now is superior to what you've got.
And, taking a look, I mean, you go all over southeastern Michigan, and does your territory go on into Ohio and all those places?
I am Michigan bound and stick within those boundaries.
So you stick like the Michigan golf scene, you stick to the Mitten State. But taking a look, the training that you must go through to be a rep, you just don't show up with products and hope to make a sale. You have to be in some type of a class, I'd imagine. You're looking at the engineers, the computer models. You're doing things that people like, race car drivers are looking at computers, are looking at data, wind tunnel and all that. You got to do any of that kind of stuff in the back end?
Our sales meetings are much more than just the rah-rah of here's the new golf club, go sell it. To interact and engage with our designers, our engineers, that R&D department that spends $40 million a year developing new products, to engage with them as a broadcast major from Central Michigan, to take the engineering.
Dick Enberg.
Absolutely. To take the engineering and to try to relate it to the people that I sell to. It's exciting because it isn't just a new driver with a new color scheme. There is so much more that goes into our equipment. And yeah, there is a big learning curve to make sure that I'm up to speed so I can truly represent what's going on in the golf club to you, to your audience, to the consumer, and to the players who want to know, is this equipment truly better and how can I adapt it and fit it to them to maximize their game.
Final question kind of for this interview. One of the things, you go to the doctor, sometimes you get the doctoree, sometimes you go to the golf instructor, get the equipment, you get the same thing. What is the bottom line, if you could kind of summarize for somebody why they should be playing Callaway in just a short sentence or two before we go into the equipment part?
Our ability to have our equipment be fit to virtually any player is very unique to Callaway. From the guys who finished very well at the Masters, who are playing our highest level tour-proven equipment, to the everyday player who just enjoys the game of golf, who wants a superior high-performance brand. the ability to identify which product in my line fits you best, and then to go and engage with either your golf professional or at a high-end fitting facility to make sure that we've dialed that into specific to your game, your swing, your needs. My equipment gives you the greatest ammunition to do so.
Well, we've had the interview, and this is going to be on the website. Now we're going to get into the equipment. We're going to do that in some of the segments over the course of the summer, and we're going to find out what makes Callaway a must-play golf club. It has to be in your bag.
I appreciate the opportunity.